Good afternoon, Yankee fans. How is everybody doing today? Thanks for joining us. We already see the chat is up and running. How's everybody doing? Hope all is well. On this kind of crappy Saturday afternoon right here in New York City. But the weather is supposed to be okay for our game tonight. And thanks for joining. Right before anything, guys, let me give you update on the scoreboard. The Marlins defeated the Nationals 4-3 this afternoon, and the Reds were all over the Tigers 11-1. Also top of the seventh, we have the Cubs 2, the Pirates 1. Just getting underway will be the Mets and the Rays, the Rockies and the Braves, and the White Sox and Texas Rangers, and also the Phillies and the Blue Jays, the Orioles and the Angels, the Astros Twins, Royals A's, Milwaukee Brewers and the Cardinals. And then later tonight with the Yankee game, there's also Arizona and the Padres. I just want to let everybody know a couple of things. Also, tomorrow live at 10:45 is Turnbuckle Talk. We are going to definitely be on live. We have a couple of videos that are out right now that I think you'll enjoy and comment on. And, of course, the same thing, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Come on the chat, get your questions ready because tomorrow morning at 10:45, we'll be talking wrestling. And then after that, we'll be live on NY Yankee Mania to give you the play-by-play with Ken from The Ugly Truth and myself, the final game of the 3-game series, and hopefully we'll get a nice Father's Day's gift with the Yankees winning. And we got to start with that today. As far as this channel, everyone, I'm happy to say on Tuesday at 10 a.m., the special show with Clint Hurdle, Jason from 161 River Ave is going to be on with me. So it's going to be a great interview. So let everybody know that Jason is going to be with me on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. As far as we know, I will start the stream at 8:30. There is a possibility that morning we may go on at 9 a.m. We will let you know either tomorrow or we'll definitely tell you at the end of the tomorrow's broadcast as we'll let you know what goes on for Monday. Welcome, Stephen B., Jonathan, Dev Finch, Jake, 99/23, FG, Ken, which I'm bringing up in like about a minute or two. An important game for the Yankees. I mean, they're really all important. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Philadelphia Phillies will start in about 1 minute. And we'll keep an eye on that. We'll also keep an eye for the Yankee lineup tonight. It's, as far as I know, it's not out yet. Maybe Ken might have it when we bring him on. Hopefully it'll be a great lineup, and maybe we'll have Volpe and Wells in the bottom of the lineup and the heavy hitters more. No news yet. Any more news on Giancarlo Stanton? We just know that he's playing today at Somerset. We'll see how that goes, and we'll go from there. So with that in mind, everyone, Sean Browning, how you doing? How's everything going? Hope all is well with you. Appreciate you coming on. I just hope everybody's having a great day. Thank you again. And Jonathan, the Master of Information says there is no news at this point. So, okay, well, I appreciate that. And let's. Why don't we just bring in Ken now, and we'll talk about today's Yankee game. And while that's going on, hopefully we'll get the starting lineup for the Yankees and of course the Red Sox. So let's bring them on. How you doing, Ken? Happy Saturday afternoon to you.
Yep, you too.
What's going on?
Yeah, been a busy day. Out and about doing some shopping for Father's Day tomorrow. Some poo-poos for snackies, which I'm
Nice.
not going to be cooking, but I'm going to be eating. Uh, they asked me about dinner, and I said I have a broadcast at 1:35 with the Yankees and Red Sox. Anticipate 3 hours, and I will be ready to eat probably about 5.
Well, I don't want anybody in the family to say, "Hey, what are you doing?" So if they give you problems, Ken, I totally understand.
It's Father's Day, a day in which I'm supposed to be able to do whatever I want, hassle free.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But okay, well, case in hand. Let's talk about tonight. Yesterday is far away. We're forgetting about it. We're going forward. What is your analyzation for tonight's game? Give us your thoughts.
Well, we have Carlos Rodon on the bump today, 8-4, 2.87 ERA. He's got 103 strikeouts. He faced the Red Sox last weekend, and it wasn't a great outing for him. He ended up only going 5 innings for us, which was one of the second lowest inning counts that he had. He gave up 5 hits. He gave up 3 walks. He hit 2 people and gave up 2 dingers. And when he left the game, he had given up 5 earned runs and he had 5 strikeouts. So, he did some good things and some not good things. The things that I noticed with him in that first game, in the first inning, he was throwing his fastball was coming in at 97, 98 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
He normally is at a 94 clip pace, and he was overthrowing. Didn't have control of his stuff, and ended up getting popped. I mean, he hasn't given up 2 home runs in a game in quite some time. The kid that he's going to be facing off against, Hunter Dobbins, I don't know if you recall the name.
Mm-hmm.
He's the young jackass who said that if the Yankees were on the last team in baseball and we offered him a contract, he'd retire before he'd play for us.
Well, we're going to see. There is a buzz with today's Yankee lineup that just came across, Ken. We'll go over it right now. Not many people are happy with Trent Grisham leading off in center field. Aaron Judge will be batting second in right field. Ben Rice will be the designated hitter and bat third. Paul G is the cleanup hitter batting fourth. Welcome back, Chaz Chisholm Jr. at third base batting fifth. Anthony Volpe batting sixth at shortstop. Jason Dominguez is in left field batting seventh. Austin Wells is batting eighth and catching. And DJ LeMahieu, the hot DJ LeMahieu, is playing second base and batting ninth. And Carlos Rondon is the pitcher for the New York Yankees today. I happen to like the lineup, guys. It's not very often that I say that, but I like the way it's constructed today. It just looks different, and it looks like a much better lineup, and it'll be much better when we add Giancarlo Stanton. Ken, your views on the lineup?
I don't generally have a complaint about the lineup. I knew that Jazz Chisholm was going to be in there. I saw him taking pregame warm-ups, fielding and throwing the ball, and he seemed okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There's only one glitch. There's no Bellinger in the lineup, so you never have all these guys in at the same time, and it's quite frustrating to Yankee fans. But somebody's got to sit out. So it's either you put Bellinger as your DH and Rice sits out, which personally I wouldn't have minded. I would have liked to seen Bellinger in that lineup for tonight, but okay. Maybe he's got a hunch with Rice. Who knows? 99/22. I don't want to see expired Rice anymore. Okay. Jonathan, Sunset Patriots. The Yankees have announced that Giancarlo Stanton is currently scheduled to continue his assignment tonight in Somerset. Thank you, Jonathan, for that. Jake goes, I just don't like Grissom leading off. I think Belly should be in there. FG, let's see. I don't understand Rice hitting third behind Judge. All right, Ken, you got a lot to analyze here. Go for it.
Well, we just finished game 4 of a 16-game continuous sequence. Everybody is going to have time off at one particular point or another, and this may just be Bellinger's time. With regard to Rice, let me see. Rice got a hit off of him his last time up, so he may have something on the kid. He went 1 for 2 with a walk.
Mm-hmm.
So not bad facing this guy. And I think that the Yankees didn't have a familiarity with him the first time we locked up with him. The second time through, we're going to know him better than we did before. And even in his last outing against us, he only mustered 5 innings. He gave up 4 hits, 2 of those hits being home runs. He gave up 3 earned runs, and he didn't strike anybody out. So it's not like he's sitting there with overpowering dominance over the Yankees like Crochet had. Why is Dominguez playing? Dominguez is playing because Dobbins is a right-handed pitcher, so he will be able to hit from the left-hand side. Why is Bellinger not playing? Like I said, probably a scheduled day off. Don't think that there's an injury in it. And long and short, in a 162-game season, players are going to have days off. It's just a built-in fact of life. Getting them in earlier in the run is not necessarily a bad thing. We were highly competitive against this guy, and the only reason that we ended up losing to them was the bullpen shit the bed. We gave up a lot of runs. We ended up losing the game 11-7.
Okay.
So it's not like we didn't hit him. And Grisham is not terrible. Come on, 99. Give me a freaking break. The dude has made some incredible defensive plays, and part of winning is defense.
The fountain of information
over 700.
Okay.
Him sitting in the top of the lineup. If you haven't noticed, he's taken about 4.6 pitches per at bat, which means that people that are behind him, like Judge, like Rice, Goldschmidt, are getting to see more pitches from this guy and are more in a better position to actually hit this guy.
Okay. Cold Italian Pizza, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I see you came early this time. All right, my man, how you doing? How's your Saturday going? And are you ready for a big Yankee game tonight? How's it going? The fountain of information, Mr. Jonathan, says the Orioles have shut Tyler O'Neill back down and he returned from his rehab assignment. He just received an injection in his AC joint and won't do any baseball activities for about a week. Thank you, Jonathan, for that. As always, Mr. Information, he's the man. 99/22. Let's see. He's still saying Grissom is terrible. Grissom starting to give off the Peraza burnout. Not going to mention the word. Jake says, let's see. Rendon also crapped the bed. I think he's going to pitch better today, guys. But one thing with the lineup, everyone, you got to remember, somebody's got to sit. So, unfortunately, we're not the manager. We're not putting the lineup out. somebody with this particular team has to sit. So now, pick your poison. What do you want? Do you want Bellinger in there and no Ben Rice? You want Grissom in there and then no Dominguez? Do you want, we can't, they can't all play, unfortunately, unless they added another player on the field. So rather we get used to this, or you're gonna be miserable every day. My only concern, my only take with the lineup is I want Wells and Volpe on the bottom of the lineup. Everything else is okay, in my opinion now, because it's obvious that Dominguez is not going to play every day, and more playing time's coming off the table once Stanton comes in. So get ready, folks. It's not going to, unless there's a trade or unless they're going to bring somebody down, which I think it'd be ridiculous to send a guy like Ben Rice down. A couple of people have asked me that. And I think that's what he does. He's done nothing to deserve to be sent down. And if he goes, he's going to go because of a trade. So let's get used to the fact that every one of these Yankee players cannot play in the same game. They can come off the bench, but what are we going to do? So we got to get used to it. Ken, do you agree with me?
Well, some yes, some no. More yes than no. Long and short, I see this diatribe on Rice and Dominguez. Both are young players in the Yankee organization, and the long and short, at least Dominguez is part of the calculated future of the core of the team. The only way that the kid is going to get any better playing left field, and he's done a pretty decent job thus far, is to get out there and get reps. I think it's been a disservice to keep him on the bench as much as he has, and hitting from the left-hand side of the plate, he's hitting over 300. His woe behoes is from the right-hand side of the plate. And honestly, I would stop that experiment right in the butt. We're talking Rice. Rice is number 6 in the league in hard hit rate. The guy makes contact, and it's hard contact. But you got to face it. He is in the first full season of being a major leaguer. He was up for a handful of months last year, and he started out great. And when the league figured him out, he had troubles adjusting. That's part of being a prospect. That's a fact of life. You think he's going to get any better sitting on the bench or hitting once or twice a week?
Well, I also believe there is a possibility, keep this in the back of your thoughts, everyone, that maybe they're playing Rice, they're showcasing him. A lot of people seem to feel that Rice is going to be in a deal. So they want to see him at bats, and the Yankees are accommodating it. Now, if it doesn't stream well for, the pitcher they're going up against, they're not going to play him. But every day there's a right-hander. You can rest assured, if he's in the trade possibility, this guy is going to play, guys, like it or not. And it's not a bad thing. How you doing, Rob? Welcome back to the stream. I really appreciate it. Stephen B., how are you? How's everything going? So I hope everybody's having a great day. Thank you for coming into the stream and talking about the lineup here. 99 says, again, don't play Rice. Well, that's the reason why, it's a very good possibility, guys. You'll all get your wish. Rice might be dealt. I mean, it's not just me saying that. A lot of people are saying that. If the right deal comes along and they ask for Ben Rice, the Yankees are going to do it. Apparently, they must feel that they have somebody in place for a first base down the line. We got to worry about 25, not 26 right now. So
we actually do have a guy down in AAA that is an actual first baseman, Jay Rumsfeld, who is a left-handed hitter and does very well. My gut instinct is we're going to end up dealing Rice at the deadline for. I mean, you're looking at 5 years of controllability with Rice as a player, so there is a big bonus plus the hard hit rate. I tend to think that we are looking for a bigger type arm, a number three type starter, and Ben Rice in a solo trade by itself could get it done. Some of the names that have been talked about are possibly Merrill Kelly, which seems more likely now that they've lost Corbin Burns for the season. They lost their closer Justin Martinez the other day, and you're going to end up they're going to end up taking Tommy John surgeries on both those guys. They're going to lose them for close to a year and a half. The big signing that they had in trade from last year was AJ Puck, who was supposed to be their setup / pseudo closer. He's been on the shelf for 2 months now. So they are a team that is hurting, and they may end up cutting some of these people that are available on a 1-year deal, that are completing their contracts. Some of them include Zach Gallen, their first baseman Josh Naylor is done at the end of the season. They've got Eugenio Suarez, the third baseman, who I've had my eye on for a year and a half, could come in with a big power bat. So there are options that we can add at the deadline, and the long and short, for you to get something good, you're going to have to give something good up.
Yeah, and I'm really hoping that if they do trade Rice, please go to the National League. Don't keep him in the American League. I couldn't stand him killing us during all those games. So
you mean like Whitlock and Narvaez and
yes,
the whole slew of people that the Yankees have there.
I know some of the fans won't remember this name, but if you look it up, he reminds me so much, with a little bit more power, of Hal Morris. This is the type of player I think you have in Ben Rice, with a little bit more power. Hal Morris, the Yankees gave up as a young stud, and he had a very nice career. Was he a superstar? No, but he was a darn good first baseman, and he was a very good left-handed hitter. Played very well. He would have played well in Yankee Stadium, but at the time, the Yankees had people like finishing up with Mattingly. Then they had Giambi, and then they had Tino Martinez. So it was very hard to get Hal Morris into that lineup. But this is the type of guy, if anybody remembers in the chat, this is what you have with a little bit, like I said, a little bit more velo out there. So bottom line is, we're not always going to be happy with the lineup because there's too many players that are started, that should be starters, and they're not going to play every day. They're just not. If Stephen B says, I don't regret if we trade Rice. Kind of reminds me of Lowell. I don't know. I like Rice, to be honest with you guys. But I think he's going to become a very good player. I just don't know if it's going to be with the Yankees. That's just the way I feel.
Honestly, when Stanton comes back, they're going to squeeze him for at-bats. I don't know where he truly is going to get at-bats from.
Right.
So if we're gonna impinge this kid's career by putting him on the bench because we're not going to send him down to the minors, then we might as well send him somewhere else to get something that we do need.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Totally agree.
The things, Yankee fans across the spectrum tend to have this generic hate of Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone. Just some things that I consider. If you look at Boone's winning record, he has the 6th highest winning record of any manager in baseball. That doesn't happen by accident. The narrative that comes back generally is, Boone hasn't won a World Series. Look at Torrey this and Girardi that. Well, my response generally is Boone hasn't had as talented a lineup as either one of them did. Torrey had the mix of the core five and additional pieces where they were able to spend money and add to that. Girardi took what was left of the core and ran them into the ground. He got his World Series, but he didn't do jack after that.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, a core is being built with the Yankees, and some of those players include folks that everyone hates, like Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells, Jason Dominguez. You've got George Lombard Jr. coming up. You've got Spencer Jones coming up, and we've got a cadre of pitchers.
Well, Jake says, in my opinion, Boone's tenure will be a failure if he doesn't win a ring. But I agree. I think the roster is different. Yeah, because he's always missing something. I mean, listen, every roster can't be 100%, but the Yankees are 100% in being lackadaisical in finishing up a very good 26-man roster. They're right, they're wrong every year. And this one right now is no different. Are we going to see a change? Maybe.
The long and short, for Cashman to be able to do his job, he has to have buy-off on Hal. Hal is the boss. He's the one that approves the checks. If Hal says no, guess what? It ain't happening.
Right. I agree.
So, and the other thing with regard to Cash is you hear, oh, Cash is a yes man, blah, 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 this. Let me tell you what, if Cashman sucked at his job, he wouldn't have been the general manager for 29 freaking years. He is the longest tenured GM in baseball. And you don't stay in your job if you stink.
Rob says Cashman makes so many trades and moves with the same results. Cashman is not good at creating a great, fun team. Do you agree with that?
He has had some trades that are busts. He's had some trades that are great. I mean, you look at Yarbrough. Everyone's like, who the hell is this ham and egger we're bringing up? Well, he's come out and has done a pretty decent job. There are other pitchers that we've acquired that weren't so great. Frankie Montas, for instance. Didn't want him to begin with. And my personal philosophy is I would never trade for a pitcher from Oakland ever again because we've been burned in the Sonny Gray deal. We got burned in the Montas deal. There are a couple of them that, you brought in pitchers that you thought would be good, and they just stunk.
Well, you mentioned Montas. He can't get anybody out in his rehab, and the Mets are putting it off and putting it off. He may not pitch for the Mets. He's been getting hammered in the minor leagues. And, who knows? Pickups, free agent, good trades typically suck.
That's according to all right, Rob. Here's one for you. Did the Jazz Chisholm trade suck? Got traded for last year.
Is one. Cashman admitted he knew Montas was already hurt. He traded young pitchers for him anyway. Yeah, Montas has a
the Jazz trade sucked.
What was that?
Is that what you're saying, Rob? The Jazz trade sucked?
Oh, absolutely, he said. He's not happy with it.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess you'd rather have Gleyber Torres manning second.
No, please. No, please. Not at all. But listen, everybody's opinion. There's no question about it. So, Ken, look, they some people like Chaz, some people don't agree with his antics. They think he's not good for the club, but apparently he's passing because people like Judge and who else? What's his name? Garrett Cole signing off on that. So, let's see how it goes. I don't know. What your thoughts on Chaz?
Steven sent.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. My thoughts on Jazz. He's a natural infielder. Very talented, athletic young lad. Probably one of the best defenders that we have on the infield in multiple positions. I will tell you, with Jazz from second base, he has probably the quickest release I've ever seen. He's made double plays this season that with Torres, there's no chance in hell that they're getting done. And his range is amazing. Am I enamored with everything about Jazz? Well, no. I hate his freaking strikeout rate. I think the Jazz is one of those guys that should be legging the ball out and not going for the long ball.
LB says Jazz is back to Miami vibes. Also in and out with injuries. He also, stinks versus lefties.
Well, I will tell you that Jazz was broken in Miami because of Miami. He is a natural infielder, and their thought is to put him into center field. And with his mentality, the guy is freaking 100 knots a second and runs into crap like no tomorrow. Another team that did the exact same thing was the Arizona Diamondbacks. They had Ketel Marte in center field, in right field, and left field. His tenure as an outfielder was on the injured list consistently. When they put him back at second base, what is Marte? Marte is the best second baseman in baseball, and he hasn't been hurt much.
Yeah, no, you're right. Update on the scoreboard, everyone. The Toronto Blue Jays 1 and the Phillies 0. Bottom 2 as we speak right now. And coming up over here is Stephen B. We're going to bring on one of our chat people here today, and let's bring him on. Hi,
Hey,
Stephen. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Ken.
Hey, it's time for a high and tight, brother.
Do you have?
I got to shave. I got to shave after.
Do you have strong vibes on Chaz Chisholm? You wanted to get off your chest?
I love Jazz. It's something we needed. The energy, the team first, and play whatever. Unlike Torres, and he says, I'm only a second baseman. He had more innings at third than Jazz did ever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, essentially what Jazz has told the team is he just wants a ring. He will do anything that is needed to help the team, whether it be play third, shortstop, second, go into the outfield. He just wants to win. Like I said, my big beef on Jazz is swinging for the damn fence. He should be a line-to-line hitter and utilize that speed.
For people in the chat, how about giving us your what you think as far as pitching tonight, and who's going to be your star of the game? Hopefully, the Yankees have one. Let us know what you think with Rendon going. How many innings, and who's going to be a hitting star for the Yankees tonight, guys? Let's get that in the chat going. Hey, so Steve, what is your last night? Let me get your quick opinion. And I know we beat it down to the drum, but do you believe that the right move was for Volpe to steal third?
Here's that whole thing. I'll say this. You don't make the Cardinals in a row. You don't make the third and out at third base or home and the first or third out.
Right.
Honestly, seeing the play over and over, because I've seen it multi times. I slept on it. I looked at it. I've seen a bunch of people on TikTok and that. And here's my feeling on this. And there was not enough evidence to overturn that play. It should have standed. What drives me nuts, and I'm with Ken on this, and he knows how I felt. If the ball hits the chalk line, any part of it, it is fair ball, period. The umps blew it. And to throw DJ for saying what he's DJ saying, what a bad call it was, there's no need for it.
Yeah, and I think that's why he's not going to get a suspension, because he didn't say anything bad. What did he say? He said, "I think it was a bad. Wow, that was a bad call. Oh, you're out of the game. So now you're not even allowed to even talk to an umpire. What are we down to with this crap? What are we down to? This is ridiculous."
Long and short, umpires are supposed to be observers in the game. They're not supposed to be participants. And
exactly.
There's definitely been a swing. I mean, even with Boone last year, a fan is hollering from the stands after Boone takes a warning and he gets chunked. He didn't say anything or do anything. That's just because a Blue had a chip on his damn shoulder and pitched him.
Yeah,
and to me, it seems like the umps are making about the baseball game about themselves, not the baseball game itself. I want to see two teams playing hard and that give the right calls. Don't make it about themselves. Play the damn game. And I don't try to swear, but that's what it should be, about the game, not being egotistic.
Well, I mean, I will tell you, any job on the planet that you have retraining. You go through annual training, recertification to qualifications, education. That goes from the military down to the civilian jobs. These umpires don't get retrained. There's no refresher training. Once they put on the freaking the Blues, it's a done deal. And frankly, I think that some of these guys, have been in the league 27 years plus. They remember how things were called in the old days. Well, that's not today's baseball game. They should be retraining also. There should be a penalty system. If your grade for your calls is below, say, 95%, you get dinged.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have you seen clowns in the or as Joe would say, bozos in the postseason? These umpires couldn't call day and night right. Yet these are the people who are affecting the freaking play on the field.
And Jake is saying umpires are treating themselves as if they're so far above everyone else. In certain instances, I believe that.
And to me, like I said, I proposed on Ken's channel before, and I think I wrote it down in here before. I honestly think if they reject a player and the call was wrong and the ump blew it, player comes back in, ump gets ejected and goes back to the minors. This is getting ridiculous, and have to earn a week down in minors, and someone else comes in from they have a standby ump on the side to come in and start calling the game. It needs that this would make the umps accountable for their actions.
Yeah, maybe, but something's got to be done. I mean, they have really. I mean, they should be calling a game, not have all that power. And then why do we have going to New York? If they're not going to do that, then let you drop it. It makes no sense.
Well, personally, that whole pack of jackasses that was in there, 7 of them reviewing the LeMahieu deal. How could 7 people look at that, see chalk displacement, and say, "Nope, call stands"? What a crock! And going down to Tampa, Judge hit that monster shot that was a home run. It would have been his 16th on the season. You see the ball falling behind the stands, which is well within fair territory. How do they do a review and say, "Oh, it's a foul ball"? Everyone on the planet knew that damn ball was fair.
Yep, it hit the chalk. There's no question about it. That was like the base hit. That the Mets got their first no hitter. That was if there would have been instant replay, he would have never gotten that no hitter because the ball hit the chalk. I mean, at that point, the umpires were not going to change their minds. But if we would have had instant replay, there's no way that would have been a hit. But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is.
Jake, tennis and baseball are two different sports. What they're monitoring on tennis is lines, which don't move. They don't change. The difference with the caveat of baseball that they have to figure out is the height and strike zone of each individual hitter. You put a guy like Altuve versus Judge, there's a big variance on strike zones. Can they get a system that tracks the difference between those two? I don't know. It seemed like they had a decent one running in the preseason. And here in Virginia Beach, I've gone and watched the Tidewater Tides. They're the AAA affiliate of the Orioles. And they've been running ABS for 3 years down here with the challenge system.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You know, we can go on and on with this and till we're blue in the face. But you know what? Major League Baseball is not changing anything, and I think it's going to come up. I think it's going to come up in the bargaining piece next year. Something needs to be done. I think the owners have to take charge and say, listen, you know, something's got to be done.
Goal! I made the basket with my soda bottle. That was beautiful.
I don't
I'm like
think
1 for 15. I've been
I've
bouncing
ever
it off the wall.
Ken get this excited in my life.
I've seen Ken excited.
I've been bouncing them off the walls here lately, man. I've been having to go pick up a flurry of water bottles and whatnot. I actually got this one in the pocket.
Okay.
I like when Ken calls the home run ones. He gets good excited about them.
Oh
yeah, I'll tell you what.
You haven't heard me.
The thing that I'm not looking forward to tonight is Fox has some horrible camera angles. The ones down the line, it's hard to make a good call if you can't see the damn thing because they're not they don't have camera angles on it.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
And you know, last night's Judge home run, I mean, that thing left the bat. I didn't even have to think about it. I knew that thing was out of Fenway.
Oh yeah, the minute, and I was watching it on the small right on my phone, and I knew that was gone. I mean, that was just like that was a torpedo, man. That just kept going.
But like Goldie hit that fence scraper in right field, and because the camera angle was so jacked up on it, I couldn't tell if it actually went out. It got caught. It was foul.
Yeah. No,
Ken, I heard it landed in a certain pickleball field in Texas.
Oh God, I hope not. That means Jason Castillo would probably go and get it. Oh, geez.
Custodio!
Oh, and the Rangers. Hey Lou, how you doing? Yeah, Crochet should have walked him, and none of this would have happened. Yeah, I know. At first, I was saying the same thing. It would have saved us a lot of heartache. But you know, of course, you know, you wanted him to hit the home run, which he did. Nobody knew what was happening afterwards. I mean, listen, at that point, the Yankees should have won the game. I mean, there's no question about it. But
you know, honestly, if we would have scored with runners at first and third and no outs, Judge's home run would have put us over the top, and it would have been done.
Right. Jake says the other thing is Wells had a great game against Crochet last time. Last night he looked completely lost. He's so weight inconsistent. Yeah, he needs to get even keel somehow. I also don't like the fact they pitched to Judge and we walked Devers. Well, that's in our favor. I'm sick of Devers beating us up all the time. I mean, let's face it. You know, it's about time they get somebody that creams them a little bit.
I will tell you what, though. Trevor Story, that dude is not playing hurt. And he is playing like Trevor Story of old because that guy is killing us.
He really is playing very, very well this year, I got to say. he looks like the old guy, the old young guy. I mean, I think he's what, only 30 yet?
He's 30. I think he's 30 or 31.
Yeah,
He's young comparatively.
him healthy that was a great pickup. And of course, they're missing their third baseman, Bregman. So, again, I wouldn't fall asleep on the Red Sox. I don't care if they're 10 out or 5 out. They get healthy and a little bit of pitching. Look out. This is going to be a race, guys, because it doesn't look like, the Yankees, they win 3 in a row and then they lose a clunker like this. And then you don't know what to expect. So the one nice thing is just 2 more games on the road and then they come back home, where I think they have the comfort zone. I think you're going to probably see Giancarlo Stanton back. So it's going to be a fun ride next week. But we got to get by these 2 games this weekend. And let's hope. Let's hope that they put something together and make a statement tonight, guys. I mean, really, really beat them. I mean, I'm not saying 2-1. I'm saying go out there and score some runs, real nasty runs. Are the Yankees capable of that? I don't know, because if they don't hit home runs, we know what happens. Once in a while, they'll give you a game where they get all these singles and everything, but not a lot, not as much as we need. So I don't know. And another thing is they got to keep Naves occupied, because this guy's ridiculous. He just kills the Yankees. He absolutely just murders them. He's up there and he's so comfortable, and they pitch him the same way. Knock him off the plate a little bit. I don't say hit him, but, let him be a little uncomfortable up there. The Yankees don't do that. They just don't do that.
That's not just the Yankees. That's Major League Baseball.
Well,
back in my day, we used to be called thugs because I would throw at a hitter if they pissed me off. They stuck their face out and tried to show me up. They're getting popped, or they're getting a ball winged behind their head, or they're getting hit in the can.
Yeah, Navarez is batting cleanup for the Sox, and we just gave him away. Batting cleanup.
You know what? I don't give a damn that we gave him away. We've given 8 catchers away. You can't keep these guys in the farm system for a century.
True.
You got to move them. If you're going to move them, get something good. Augustine Ramirez. We moved a catcher down there to Florida who's apparently lighting it up for the Marlins. We got Jazz Chisholm in the trade. All right, we got something we needed. We gave away something that we needed. The trade for Narvaez. We got a minor league pitcher and Del Santos.
And international money, Ken, from the Red Sox.
So we got some stuff that we needed. Higgy, traded him. Part of the bona fide returns for Soto. So we've given catchers up, but we've given them up to get stuff too. Now, the Torrens trade to the Mets, I think we sold him for a bag of donuts and a pretzel, because I don't remember us getting anything back on his trade.
No, we didn't. They didn't. They just got some money, whatever you get for off waivers or whatever it is. I mean, like, what is it, 25,000, 50,000? That's all they got from him, and he's a nice part of the team now, and he's very respectful for them. I mean, tired of giving up all these guys. My God. The only one that didn't work out is Ben Broffitt. He's the only one, which I thought he was going to be an animal at one time, but he's not. He got released, and I don't even know where he is at this point.
You know what, Jake? I'm not a big fan of trading with the Red Sox either, because I freaking hate them. And every time we put a player on their damn team, they come back to haunt us for a long time. But the team that I'm damn sure not trading with is the Tampa Rays, because the Tampa Rays win every freaking trade they ever make, and they make the people that they trade with look stupid. Plus, we're in division. That means we got to see that dude that we trade over 15 times a year getting our teeth kicked in. Ain't feeling that whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree. But again, what can we really do? We can only hope. We can only see if what the Yankees are going to do in the next few weeks. Little by little, we're getting closer to that trade deadline. We're still not, getting there yet, but it is getting closer and closer. And before you know it, it'll be the end of June and into that July. And that's when but the Yankees usually make a deal before the trade deadline. So maybe this year is no different. Maybe they're waiting for the deadline. Don't know. They may have a couple of trades on the table right now that the teams are contemplating, but who really knows? We got to deal with what we have right now. And what we have right now are players that can't play every day. That is the problem. It's either that or Boone has to turn around and say, okay, listen, we're going to have Bellinger every day. We're going to have Dominguez every day, and that's it. They're going to play no matter what. Or go the other way with Ben Rice and Grissom. They're going to play. You got to fight. You got to get at bats and play Bellinger. That's ridiculous. There's no way he's going to be sitting. He's got to play every day. That he's got to do.
You want to give him a break?
I want Bellinger in there every day, and he's not. That's the problem.
The simple fact of life, these players aren't built like the guys that we knew back in the 90s, 80s, or the 70s, where you played every day. These guys have load management, and long and short, if you try to play – the only player on our team, there's two of them that play 150-plus games a year. That's Judge and Goldschmidt.
Right.
Everyone else is on a set rest pattern, including Bellinger.
Mm-hmm. You're right. 99 says Grissom is Aaron Hicks.
No, he's not.
No way, 99. No way.
And honestly, Aaron Hicks was a fine ball player until he dove for that ball, tore his UCL, and ended up having the surgery. He never came back as the same ball player again.
Yeah. Well, it's one half dozen of the other, folks. We got, it is what it is.
Talking about no Volpe
and Joe. Plus, Grisham did win a Gold Glove with the Padres before too. So I don't want to hear the Aaron Hicks for that.
Yeah, really. No, I don't either.
His batting average is about 240 within his career line, but he is hitting. Yankee Stadium does help him with the home runs.
Yeah. Judge 99 says Judge Volpe and Goldschmidt 150 games plus. So Rob says I get the comparison though, but again, what do you do? Everybody in the chat, give me your everyday lineup then. Give me the guys that have been rotating that are shut down for the day. Who would you want every day in the lineup ASAP? Yeah, I got that.
That's your man, Nitin, styling.
Nitin is profiling, looking like a wrestler there. Look at Nitin, man. Looks like one of the four horsemen. He's the man. Go get him, man. Happy Father's Day to everybody again for tomorrow. I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
Joe,
yeah,
I'm going to hop off right now so I can grab dinner before the ball game.
You got it.
Appreciate you having me on the stream.
You got it. Have a great day.
We will be live.
We'll be live.
We'll be live at 7:05 on Yankees The Ugly Truth. So if you want to hear a baseball game called play-by-play, please hop on over and join the stream, give a thumbs up, and shout out. We're actually at 122 subscribers on the channel. We're looking for that milestone of 125, so we're 3 away, and I'd like to see that sometime before the century's out. So thanks for all the help that you guys provide.
Ken, do you want to see You
Go
want to
ahead.
see my Mickey Mantle card that I have 1 of 1,000 before you hop off?
Sure.
Okay, grabbing it right now.
This is live, folks. This is live.
Da da da.
Oh yeah,
There you
that's a
go.
great card. That's a very good card.
That's the Mick.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mick.
1 out of 1,000.
That's in great condition, bro.
I know. Remember I said I was going to show it to you, Ken.
Yep, I do.
Finally got completed one promise for you.
Well, now you showed him and the world.
Yeah.
Good luck with that card.
And for all the other promises that you didn't, shave the mustache, the beard, and get a high and tight.
Oh, it's my next thing once the live gets off. And here's my other one my grandfather gave me of Mickey.
Yep.
Very nice.
What
Good
what
luck with
series
it,
card
man.
is that?
I have no idea. It says fresh snack.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll send you a picture in the text, Ken.
I was about to
I
say
still-
I'm pretty familiar with the baseball cards that time frame, but I didn't recognize that logo.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
no. That's
Well, but that's cool. People have these questions, guys. Let's get to it. But Ken, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Yes, sir. Have a
see you,
great
Ken.
Bye now. So the regular outfielders, in my opinion, should be Belly, Judge, and Dominguez. Yes, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. So you want to put Belly in center field, Dominguez in left, and Judge in right field. Is that what we're looking at? Jake, thank you for that. Rob says same as today. Swap Grissom for Bellinger. Seems like the lineup doesn't happen much. That's another way. Rob says it's a joke. Thank you for doing that. 99 says Dominguez left, Bellinger center, and Judge is right. Are the Yankees better with that? Yes, 100%. I agree with you. And who would be? Well, obviously, when Stanton comes back, he's your DH, and Grissom comes off the bench like normally he should. Cold Italian Pizza. Let's see what he's got to say here. Grissom should be the fourth outfielder again. 100%. I agree with you. Totally agree with you. The best fourth outfielder in the game. But he should not be a major part of this team. That's not what he's about. He's about taking over in the outfield, once in a while spelling an outfielder, and that's where he belongs. Look, he plays every day, and his stats keep going down and down. There are players that do that. They just can't start all the time. And then you have your regular players like an Aaron Judge, that could compete every day. But Grissom is not a regular player. Yes.
It's not like the 90s when you could pencil in Bernie Williams for 150 games or Paul O'Neill,
Right.
or David Justice, and sometimes on the left you had Ruben Sierra. You had all those good left-handers we had for left field. It's not like it today where you have to have a good fourth outfielder to be able to switch players.
Yes, no, very much agree with you. Very much. But, we could talk to our Blue in the face, but Boone and the analytics are going to put out there what they want to. And apparently they love Grissom. I mean, I like Grissom for the later innings for defense. I don't like him playing the whole game. I believe we have better players that should be playing. They may not be better defensively, but they are better than him. Grissom, listen, I know next year he's going to get a multi-year deal, but I still say that he's not exactly your typical starting center fielder. 99 says in May Grissom is batting 225, and in June so far he's hitting 188. We see that, and I agree with you. But why don't the Yankees see that? I don't understand it. Start the game with Dominguez, Bellinger, and Judge, and then bring in Grissom. What are they so afraid of? You can lead Paul G off, and you go from there. I mean, I don't understand the logic. And they just keep doing it, and you have automatic outs in the beginning of the lineup. Where's the protection for Judge?
I'm gonna say the protection from Judge should be Stanton and Goldschmidt when
Or
that,
Bellinger.
but it should be in Bellinger. Honestly, I think Judge batting third is where you really should have him. I think I'd probably put Bellinger in second if I was making a lineup in third, or put. I don't. It's hard to put some. I would say put Bellinger in fourth and have Stanton fifth. Maybe Goldschmidt leads off and maybe sneak in someone that can actually hit second.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to put Wells in there, but he's a little not too fast, and I don't want to put Jazz in because he cases too much. But he might get a lot more better pitches to hit though too. So it's like you take your poison.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I want to give an update on the scoreboard while we have a chance. The White Sox and the Rangers, 0-0, end of 3. The Blue Jays and the Phillies, the Blue Jays lead 1-0, bottom of the 4th. The Phillies so far only have one hit against Francis. The Orioles have taken a 3-2 lead on the Angels, top of the 4th. The Met game was a little delayed, but it looks like they're getting started with Tampa Bay, 0-0. The Astros, again, leading Minnesota 2-0, top of the 4th. Atlanta 3-0 over the Colorado Rockies, bottom of the 3rd. The Athletics 2-0 over Kansas City, end of 3rd. The Cardinals 1-0 mid-3rd on the Brewers. Later on, you have the Padres, Diamondbacks, Yankees, Red Sox, Guardians, Mariners, Giants, Dodgers. And completed today, the Cubs beat the Pirates 2-1. The Reds all over the Tigers 11-1. And the last score that we have for you, the Marlins 4 and the Nationals 3. So that is your updated scoreboard, everyone. And that's where we are from here. So we are getting closer to game time. I mean, still a couple hours away, but like Ken said, everybody's going to go grab some dinner and get ready for the game. But do you have any other thoughts of tonight's game, Steve, and what you'd like to see and what you'd like to see for tomorrow before they head back to New York?
I like to see them work the pitcher more, and if there's a pitch that you know they can get a hit, go ahead if it's early in the count, but got to be patient. Take out their starters earlier than what we did last night, because taking pitchers is like a kind of you have to make them work it. You have to make them follow it. I like to get to the bullpen and make them work it, because we do a lot better against the bullpen than their starters most of the time.
Yes.
So patience, and I would say good fundamental defense and offense, and don't make a third out on our first out at third base or home, aka bullpen.
that was again, we could smash that all over the place. It was bad baseball. It was very, very bad baseball. And for like I said, what Boone said at the end was really ridiculous. When he was asked, did you like that play? He said yes. And not only did he say yes, he said, well, didn't you? So that just shows me that Boone is seething inside, because you cannot tell me that you know the game if you're gonna do that with the man on second, nobody out. Then that only shows me that you have no confidence in the other batters to move you over to third base.
Yeah,
No, he doesn't want 99. We know he doesn't want to throw the guys under the bus. We know that. But you know as well as I do, that was such a ridiculous statement. And go ahead.
I was gonna say, if it works, we're really in a good position. Just a sac fly, a guy a hit to the right side of the field scores the player. But if it backfires, you're basically giving up a free out, and now we have to do it ourselves. I don't like the odds at that point.
Right.
I rather see like Volpe not wait if there was a bad pitch or it goes behind. Now he's on third. He's a good distraction on the base pass, but he has to also be smart about it. And that was not a smart play. I mean, we all know they should have been never overturned, but it is what it is. But we should have won the game way before that.
Well, another thing they could have done too is let Dominguez, if he strikes out, then do it with one out. But why do it with nobody out? Give Dominguez a chance to hit the ball to the right side. Look at the Red Sox did in that inning, in the bottom of the inning. They had the man on second. So what does the guy do? He gives himself up. He hits a little ground ball to LeMahieu, and they get him out. So it might have been Pablo Reyes because I think LeMahieu already got thrown out. But it doesn't matter.
I think
They do the little things.
the
We
little.
don't want to do little things, and it's embarrassing.
Well, here's what I'm not trying. I know we're trying to get off, but from what I've been told from Hector from Uptown Sports, they do practice the bunting. They do practice the fielding, but we don't see it because the analytics department doesn't think a bunt is worth it. And to me, that's not baseball.
Right.
And,
No, they're right. Yeah, you're right. We got to move on. Moving on from it. But like I said, as far as tonight goes, guys, we got to come out smashing. First of all, we'd love to shut this pitcher up with the stupid remarks that he made. That's number one. Then he backtracks. Then he forwards. So let's shut this guy up. And remember programming notes, guys. So from here, we're going to go to Ken's channel, The Ugly Truth, and listen to the play-by-play. And then from there, as the game is over, I may come on with a couple of batters up remaining. But right after the game, we will do a post-game. And hopefully it's going to be a happy one, a happy post-game this time. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, we've got coffee, bagels, pancakes, you name it, on our early show at 8:30, and then the big play-by-play on Father's Day at 1:35. We will do right here on NY Yankee Mania. So come back for that. And any Yankee news between now and then, you will get a short from me. If it's tremendously big, we'll go on live immediately. So look forward to that. Well, we've been an hour and 10 minutes in the stream. Basically, give your final thoughts, whatever you like to say. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you coming on, Stephen.
I like to say thanks for letting me have on, Joe. That's one thing. But I really think we're gonna see. I think it's gonna be a close game. Hopefully, the umpires don't mess up with it. Be consistent. If you're gonna do it with one team, do it another, and let's go Yankees.
Cool. Yes, definitely. Well, thanks so much, Stephen. I really appreciate it, and we'll keep an eye on and stay close, and we'll have you on again as always. Okay.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you, Steve. Have a great day, and if we don't talk, happy Father's Day to you and the family.
You too, Joe, and everyone in the chat.
Thank you so much. You take care. All right, guys. So just to go over a few things, don't forget now tomorrow morning for all the wrestling fans out there, we're gonna be live on Total Turnbuckle Talk at 10:45 a.m. and we're gonna be fielding questions. We're gonna be talking about what's been going on with what went on in SmackDown last night, Raw highlights, all kinds of chatter. Have your questions ready. You can go. The link will be up. Have your questions ready for us, and we will do the best to accommodate you. I think you're really going to enjoy the show because you get a unique perspective from young people, and that's what it is. Everybody loves TJ. TJ is my co-partner, co-host, and he does a tremendous job putting the show together. And I am so happy to work with him. So tomorrow morning, live Total Turnbuckle Talk on YouTube at 10:45. So there's a lot of excitement tomorrow, guys. So I will have the morning show at 8:30. Then we go on live for Total Turnbuckle Talk. And then right after that, we're going to go to Yankees live play-by-play here right here on NY Yankees Mania. So that's going to happen. So a lot will happen on Father's Day. The most important, make sure you give your father the love and the support that he deserves, and your grandfather and everybody else combined. So please, I'm hoping that everybody has a great day. Shout out to the moms too, of course, but you already had your day. Now it's Daddy's Day, and we love you just as much. So with that in mind, everyone, of course, I'm going to say, let's go Yankees. We're going to win tonight, guys. Don't forget to come back to the stream here. Probably a couple of batters before the game is over, but for sure we will be on with the post game on NY Yankee Mania. As you go in and out, please press the like button. We really appreciate that. It means a lot to me and the show. We appreciate it. And subscribe. Please tell your friends, your family, anybody that likes the Yankees or baseball. We have so many good things coming up. We have guests coming up next week, 3 guests. And we'll go over that tomorrow morning, with the highlighted being Clint Hurdle, the ex-New York Met, on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. And I will be joined by Jason, 161 River Avenue, with that interview. So it's an exciting week for NY Yankee Mania. Subscribe, please. Thank you so much. And you have a great day. And as I always say, God bless all of you in the chat, the content people, and God bless America. Go Yankees. Have a great one. We'll see you after the game.